We've got him. Still no Rocky,
Hold
but
tight.
I'm not surprised.
Okay, now.
Rocky,
no
come
dad.
sit right here.
We've got no dad
Rocky,
now.
move your chair right here, and we'll have it.
No, he doesn't even fit there. We don't even have half the motorhome right
Rocky,
there.
go sit behind Avery in the sun.
Perfect.
Now I'm not gonna be able to see Charles. Chase, you got everybody?
Camera's crooked.
Yes, I've got everybody.
Is this good?
You got me.
Is that good?
Camden Weirs is in here. What's going on, buddy?
What's
Yes,
happening,
this is good.
Ruby, may I have my seat? You gotta
But
put
then
down.
I won't be in the camera.
All right, hold this for a minute, please. Got it?
Somebody pray for me. Just pray for me.
Like I said, everybody.
I got a notification.
I didn't see
Son.
Chase is live.
Ruby. Baby girl, all you had to do was sit on the step.
We're live on Campground.
This can't- If you hit me again. No, sir. I'm not sure what she's doing.
What's she throw? Camera lens. Yeah.
Baby, there's no more chairs. Come on.
Maybe there's one in Ross.
You're good. Watch the cords.
There's no more chairs, Ruth. Oh, Mommy. This is so good. Ooh. I am so
Y'all, we had to start a little early because we're trying to
Because we're
work out some
dysfunctional.
technical difficulties, and we won't get going till actually 8, but we just got it rolling.
Yeah, Chase just went to.
Can everybody
get water.
hear?
Yeah.
Shh.
Hey, Mama, they said they're gonna pray for you.
What's up, Tim Selby? Aaron, what's happening? Thank you.
Am I just going to stand here and hold this?
I'm sharing this, and then I'll come.
Okay. Ruby, you got to move, baby girl.
Where am I
Thank
gonna
you.
sit where I'm gonna be, Mama?
Where's
On the step.
I need that chart on.
Come look at me.
I'm sitting shade.
Where am I gonna be?
Go get the step stool out of the motorhome and you can sit right here in front of us. Come on.
We're just sitting on the ground right in front of me. It'd be
Wow, your drink is
Hey,
so
Mr. Keith.
Chase, your computer is on fire.
Well, Adrian, it's like 103 degrees.
Yeah, that's what I was fixing to say.
I didn't realize it was this hot in Kansas, y'all. It was on my dashboard when we pulled in this campground at lunchtime today. My dashboard said 108 degrees.
What are you holding, Mom?
What's up?
Chase is
Right, y'all right?
waiting on you. Just holding all your stuff. Facebook and YouTube. He's trying to do both now.
Am I in
Right
it?
there. Yes.
All right, we're good.
Mama, look what I have.
Okay. So Avery, which one did you want me on?
I can get on both.
Facebook.
People are probably going to keep it on Facebook because it's right here. See what I'm
I need to be able to see. Oh, what are you
Yeah.
gonna do?
We'd either have to, it won't let you go sideways. That's the problem.
Sure it will.
No, it
Can I go work on it real quick?
If you're just joining, like I said, we're just getting everything ready, and we fired off early to work out all the technical issues. So
Where'd I put my
y'all
phone?
bear with us.
Talk to me, Chase.
It's still trying to update. Give us a second.
Man, y'all got quiet. We said live, and everybody just got quiet.
You've got from
Nana said she
you
can
need
hear.
to you need to turn.
Yeah, this heat's really bad.
It's very
really
bad.
It's hotter than Mississippi.
Yeah, we were gonna do this inside, but we couldn't make us all fit in there, and so we decided to come out here and sweat it out.
As good as I can be right here,
What's
Chase.
going on, Bobby?
Turn it that way.
It's so
Turn it towards him.
comfortable. Yay. I'm sad.
There's okay. Okay.
Love it. Here.
Thank you, Robin. Yes, Jason, the fan did work on the engine, or a combination of the fan and the shroud, the little piece that we put in, and everything that we did seemed to work. So we don't know exactly which.
But we were racing in cool nights.
Correct. Like Rocky said, it was really cool and nice. So we'll know tomorrow.
Yes, we
This will be the ultimate test.
Facebook feed went down.
Went down.
This is podcast is going to pause.
My stuff's working.
Right, so I'm supposed to watch these.
I'm watching both of them. I've
So
got
you gotta navigate.
No,
Nana said she lost us, but I don't know which one she's on.
She lost us.
We're back on.
Are you serious? I'll put it back.
everything's just freezing
What's that?
up because we're doing so much.
You want to turn Facebook off?
Molding you. Well, I figured he would make
Are we on Starlink
No.
on both?
He's serious.
He's
I don't know
serious.
what we're doing, but we got tons of stars. Here we go. Here we go. All right, we're ready.
You got 12 minutes till your peak starts.
Oh. Well, then you want to go ahead and take our questions now. That way, at the end of it, we just.
Well, they're already asking.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're already asking. We can just scroll back through.
Is this a go?
Oh, well, you're early. Does it matter?
Well, it sent out notifications.
Yeah,
and
it
stuff.
sent out
I know you're early in what you said.
Take two.
Take two.
4.
Okay, before we start everything off, can everybody hear us across both platforms? I know Facebook's going to be difficult to hear because y'all are clear across the campground from us, but
Oh, that's where they don't
that's
have a mic.
over
that's
there.
them over
Yeah,
there.
we can't.
Oh yeah, they gonna have to be lip readers.
Good deal. They can hear us. Cool. Cool.
Okay.
All right. Thank y'all.
2, 1. Take 30.
Ruth, stop, baby.
So Facebook said they could hear you.
Nobody's
YouTube said yeah.
interacting on Facebook how much.
Oh, I'll ask Mr. Keith.
I doubt they can hear us. It doesn't matter. We don't have a lot of
Yes, on Facebook we can hear you. But he commented that on
on
YouTube.
YouTube.
Nana said she could hear us.
Okay, they can hear us. They can hear us. All right, I'm ready whenever y'all. Well, you gotta
I
get
can't
off.
help you.
You gotta get off of the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I'm done.
Are we ready? Let's start rolling everything.
I'll put my helmet.
I don't know, babe. Okay,
Because I'm
I'm all.
fixing.
Can't help you.
I'm going riding anyway.
All right. Who wants this?
Take it on.
Take it on.
Yep, you start.
All right, so we've had a ton of questions about merch on the website. We had to pull everything down from the website because this is a huge haul for us. We're out for 2 weeks. And we wanted to have every bit of our merch with us. So we pulled everything from the website except for the hoodies and some hats. So after we get back home, we'll do inventory again and put back up the shirts that are left. So right now you'll have to buy merch from us at the tracks that we're going to this weekend.
All right. So next, I would like to thank Mr. Josh and Miss Julie for the milk crate full of goodies that they brought us to the racetrack. They brought us a bunch of cleaning supplies along with WD-40s and other things. So I can't thank y'all enough for that. And then the pot stirring spoon, which actually had another couple of meanings that I can't really talk about on here.
It's Ruby's spanking spoon now.
Right.
We put it in action
Yep.
already. Might have to
use it right
Yeah,
here
because
in
she
the
just
live.
disappeared.
Yep.
And for my birthday card. Thank you for that.
Yeah. What's
Avery,
up,
you
Nick?
want to go ahead and take over for your part about your birthday stuff? Do you need
Thank
this,
y'all for all of the birthday wishes and for the cards
see
from
Ruby.
everybody.
Yeah,
Yes.
right.
Really appreciate that.
Do you need your notes?
And Mr. Sean Running for the birthday and gas money that he sent us. Really appreciate that.
What about that cool card you got?
And then I got some checkered flag nail stickers. That was super cool.
Maybe awesome.
Oh, Mr. Ted and Mr. Ted and Miss Shannon. They sent me a super cool video.
So really quick, we're going to answer this question. It's a question for you, actually, Dad. The setup seemed to be spot on at Falls. What was the biggest contributor to that? The experience from running the black dirt so much lately, or just gaining experience with the car?
I think we're learning the car. I don't want to seem too cocky, but we seem to be dialing it in a little easier. I would say we're not changing a lot. We're staying real close to our baseline, and that seems to be really good. I think Chase is getting comfortable in it, and we did have to change a lot to run those tires at that track with those. But we had a lot of help from Drake Troutman and Jimmy Mars and the whole 9 yards. So we really came out the trailer. I mean, straight out of the trailer and went out for qualifying and was like 7th fastest out of 62 cars. And that was mainly because of all the help we had. So we appreciate that.
I would agree, Mr. Greg. We do have a really good MB Custom race car. They've helped us out a lot, and every other MB Custom out there, they take really good care of. So, anyways, back to thanking people. Our merchandise sales at Fairbury, that was impressive for us. It's just crazy to me that we have people that know us outside of our local town, and that's what's kind of odd to me. Is like it's still hard for us to grasp that when we go out of town to these big places that we've never been to before, that this is y'all's home, and that y'all knew that we were coming and stuff like that. I just think
they want to buy a shirt
right.
or a hat. It's crazy. It still blows me away. But we appreciate it.
Yep. Thank y'all so much. Mr. Keith Knowles, we can't thank you enough for everything you do for us. Thank you so much for bringing us. Well, not bringing us, for sending us the gas money like you normally do throughout the before we leave for our vacations. We appreciate that. Oh, and Mr. Sean Running for what you do for us. We appreciate that. We also, I believe, just hit 10,000 stars on Facebook. We really appreciate that. We just recently got monetized on Facebook, so we're trying to do more with our Facebook. So again, we really appreciate that.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry you can't see it. Avery will be in the grandstands at all 3 tracks this weekend with her merch cart. She's fully stocked. She's got the new decals of this wrap and the wrap before that are not on the website yet. So if you want a new decal, she has tons of those, and they're $5 They're $5 for the new decals.
All right, so we've got a few questions coming in right here. That one that we'll answer right now. A lot of people asked us, "What did you mean that your right rear tire did not fire off? What did you mean by this? What's going on?" In UMP, you are allowed a tire compound rule on the right rear, where you're allowed two separate tire compounds, two options. So you've got the softer tire that you run on the other three corners of the race car, or you can put a harder tire on the right rear for longer distance racing. That way it'll last a little longer and it won't burn off. But the problem that you face with that, and what we faced with it, is cutting that tire to where it'll fire off and stay, what would the word be? Stay alive throughout the entire race, because that's one of those things that if you do not, if you don't cut the tire aggressively enough, it won't fire off until way later on in the race, if it does fire off. And thankfully ours did fire off eventually, but that's what we were talking about. We had the harder compound on the right rear, and I didn't cut it as much as I should have, and it didn't come to life until way later on.
Right. And some people said maybe we picked the wrong tire. I think the guys we passed later in the race had picked the softer tire option, and they were really quick right out the gate, and they faded at the end. And I think I like the way our results turned out. I'd have rather that than stayed up front and faded at the counter. Thank you, Greg. Appreciate it.
That's right. So, another question. A lot of y'all are asking about what cleaning solutions we're using on our motorhomes and our race cars and everything else that we wash around the house. We are using, it is called ProLine Cleaning Solutions. I normally have my link in my description, but I didn't get it put in here for the live feed. But it's the truck and tractor wash that I use on my tires and other parts of our cars and our motorhomes, like the undersides of everything. We use the purple truck and tractor wash. And then on your paints and polished vehicles and things like that, we use the wash and wax. Neither one of those products are harmful on paints and polishes, but the purple truck and tractor wash tends to work better on getting grease and grime and other contaminants off of your stuff.
Somebody asked again about the tire. What do you mean fired off? It got heated up and started hooking up to the track. That's what that means. It was really hard, and early on it never would fire because it never got enough heat in it. And finally, 20 laps in, it got enough heat and started pulling, and we started going forward. That's what that means.
So another person that I would like to thank is Mr. Derek. I can't really go too far in depth with that because I'm not supposed to, but you know what you've done for us, and we really appreciate that.
Thank you, Derek.
Yeah,
it was nice meeting you this weekend.
Very much.
Great hanging out with you. We
Thanks
appreciate
for
it.
recruiting new fans.
Yep. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
To thank is Mr. Craig with Multi-Fire Wires. We are sponsored by Multi-Fire Wires, and they just brought us our second set of wires, which we will place in a video in the future and talk about those some more, about what their purpose is and how they are better than a traditional set of wires. We would also like to thank Mr. Matt Earl, that not only owns Fairbury, I'm pretty sure he owns Fairbury. If not, he's really high up there. But he puts on the Prairie Dirt Classic every year. And I can tell you, the way he handles everything and the way he puts on that big of an event is impressive.
I know for sure he's the promoter.
Right.
And he is he definitely owns that particular race. I don't know if he owns the facility. Right. But he did a fine job from meeting everybody at the gate to go park them, to just everything, taking us to show us where to set up for merch sales. Really great job, and an awesome event. Man.
Yes.
It was well planned out, a lot to do for the whole family, and really, really good time.
Do you like the pull bar over the lift bar? Personally, I think it honestly it depends on what you're going to be running. A lot of factors that play into run. Whereas the lift bar helps out in the long and it's more of a momentum deal. But we're more used to the lift bar, and it seems to work out much better in USMTS. But it's something that we're definitely kind of thinking about trying in USMTS. But as of now, we're back on our fifth arm setup.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you, Donald. Donald Williamson.
Yes,
Appreciate
thank you
it.
so much, Mr. Donald. Miss Tammy Gundager for the hospitality beside Mom and Avery when they were selling merchandise at tents. They took really good care of y'all and talked to y'all a lot about the dome, gave us a little bit of insight there. And I think
We're on the list for a booth.
Right. I think
that kind of leads you to believe that if we're going to be able to sell shirts, that we may be able to
right
persuade them into getting a invite. And if we can't get it, maybe all of y'all can message them and get us one. But we'll wait and see.
Yeah, give her a couple more weeks.
Fireball's here on Facebook.
Stir it up.
Stir it up. What you got today?
Jealous Fireball. That's hilarious.
So I don't know who he is, Mikey. Some clown.
What happened?
All right, Chad, I'm gonna let you do these since you're trying to get rid of them.
Tickets $20 each for a 2022 MB custom race car. You could tell them more about what the story is behind it.
Look, if you want to win an MB Customs car, it's only excluding the drivetrain and the motor.
Correct.
It's $20 for a chance to win into September. I still have a bunch of tickets to sell to beat the people that I'm trying to beat. So we'll have these trackside. If you win the car, that would be awesome. We would love for it to come from one of our ticket sales. So I
don't know how many tickets they normally sell, but I don't think it's a big ton of tickets.
Not.
So we're trying to get them out to racetracks as we travel,
right,
to give people from all over a chance to win and come buy some tickets. And it's a good chance. I mean, this is probably.
And they really do give away a race car, y'all.
Probably $30-something thousand race car for a $20 ticket right here.
And there's cash prizes all the way back to 5th place too.
Yes.
So if you want a ticket, I'll have them in the pit.
It's for a great cause. It's for a donation for
Red Cedar Speedway in Wisconsin.
Speedway and a baseball league that they also have at the fairgrounds there that they race at. So
absolutely. Ship the tickets. Okay, so if you want a ticket and you can't get one trackside, you can actually PayPal us for the ticket. I'll fill it out for you and send you a copy of your ticket. So just get with us and we'll give you our PayPal. It's houseoftux@gmail.com. Be sure to use friends and family, and I have to have your name, address, and phone number for the ticket if you win.
How many you got right there?
5. Pass those, Charles.
Just sold a book.
Just sold a book, y'all.
Right here,
right
live. Got him. Might be your winner right there.
I hope Charles wins.
We're hoping to bring the MB back home down south to us somewhere.
What makes you think we're going to give it up if we win?
Well, I don't expect you to, Rocky. If you want to race against me, that's fine.
Yeah,
bring it on.
Well, Charles can get in it.
Bring it on.
All right. So we had a discussion yesterday. Chase's next event with USMTS will be Deer Creek in September. It's the 3rd week of September. I think it's the 23rd through the 25th. Don't quote me on that. After this weekend. So in between that is the Street Stock Nationals at Why Not Motorsports Park in Meridian. And we are going to go spectate. And, oh, Lord, don't do it. Don't do it. Avery will have her merch cart, and you can just come say hello to Chase. He won't be driving a car, and he'll autograph whatever you want.
Unless you have a car.
We're not looking for a car.
I am.
No, we're not.
I thought we were.
Rocky,
no, we're not.
Well, unless it's race ready.
No, we're not. We don't want to work on a car. We don't want to do anything.
Do is get in it and go race it.
If you're that guy and he can slide in the seat when he shows up at Meridian and just drive it on the track and win, hit us up.
Yeah.
We got
Yeah.
to
If not, we'll see you side, we're selling merch and
We're just gonna hang out.
enjoying.
We
Colin
gotta
Jones, we
introduce-
will be back to Winnashek. We are
Absolutely.
going to go back Winnesheet.
Winnesheet.
Yes,
Yes.
we will be back.
Super cool track. One of my favorites that we've been to this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
A few people have also asked us about restrictor plates. We have been playing with those here and there on certain instances. They have helped us, and we've also found where they could hurt us.
Yes. Restrictor plates can be your best friend or your
Worst enemy. Yep.
You got to know when to put them in and when not to. We have dabbled with them, and it's probably something we're going to play around with. We also have some stuff going on with Mr. Larry Martin, who builds our carburetors. And we're going to tune on Steve, and we're going to talk more about that later in another. But we're going to meet Mr. Larry this Saturday at Lucas Oil, and we'll have a little more info on that soon.
Gotta introduce these three over here.
Yep, there has been several comments about that.
My high school buddy, Dale Moran, his wife Chrissy, they moved away. I grew up with Dale, went to high school, best friends, and he moved way up here to Kansas. I barely get to see him anymore, and here we are in Kansas. So Dale and Chrissy.
He's up there hunting so much, he had to come up here.
Yeah, ain't no doubt. He's been showing Rocky and Charles pictures of deer out of his backyard. So I see a hunting trip in the future
Oh,
here.
absolutely.
Yeah. And then y'all know who Charles is. Charles is a crew guy for the week. And so far, so good. Charles is great help. Rocky's great help. Chase is,
Yeah, I'm
Whatever.
all right.
Boy can drive.
yeah, that's all we can say about
Wyatt,
it.
thank you so much.
Thank you, Wyatt.
Is the sound back in?
Take the Mississippi, the boy out of Mississippi, but you can't take the Mississippi out of the boy.
How much longer?
Somebody wants to know what background experience you and I had on setting up race cars before we started setting up his race car. Me and you.
Absolutely nothing.
Zero.
Chase makes
And-
up for a lot
and
of slack.
Time
Yes.
out. I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to say something right here that it bothers me. Because
Oh.
every video, there's 5 and 6 people that say you need a crew chief, you need to replace them, you need to get somebody. If you want to pay somebody to come and wrench on our stuff and tell us, hang on, hang
I'm
on.
starting to tear up over here. He's like, "Hey, if y'all gonna pay for them,
Y'all
yeah.
want to get me a new
But
crew
until
chief.
y'all are willing to pay for somebody to show up to the
So
track
you
and
saying there is
hang
somebody
on.
better?
He can be replaced. I'm
I'm
sorry.
done. Y'all can take
Shut
off.
him down.
Yeah.
I started
Anyways,
tearing up.
yeah, I was
I'm
getting
done.
around to my point, but
Go
you,
ahead.
no,
I'm
it's fine.
sorry. I interrupted.
It's all right. Anyways, yep,
Yeah.
they're all right.
He still can't do it.
Well, some people can't take it too.
Yes, I can't thank my Nana for taking care of all of our animals and everything around the house, and then the girls at the store running the family business while we're gone. I can't thank them enough for taking care of that and making it easy on us to be able to go out and do this. That's right. So I can have Mama Squirrel with me.
Travis, we need to talk about TikTok.
What about
Well,
to
there's a-
see some really cool TikTok racing videos?
Avery Holland. That's whose TikTok you want to
she's-
follow.
She's coming. It's good stuff.
Chase feels
Original.
threatened though, so you can follow both and then figure out which one does better TikToks.
And she can show her bake cookies. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
She can
Right.
show her cookies, but
All right, so this is the last thing you want to do when you finish answering questions. Let's talk about that. So I'm done with this notebook.
Okay. Well, if you have any questions, I know a lot of y'all are saying that the audio's messed up and it's buffering here and there. We are in a campground, so we're trying our best with that. But if you have any questions, you can go ahead and drop them in the comments down below, and we're going to answer a few of those, and then we're fixing to shut her down right here.
Dude, it's 8:11. 15 minutes? You've been on 15 minutes? You hurt his feelings. He's ready to sign off.
I heard I was picked.
No, it's not.
Oh, no. Well, go ahead and just get to your point.
No.
I want to know
No,
what we
Yeah, what was your point, baby?
It's over.
Anyways, if you have any questions that you would like to ask, I probably will not be at Eldor anytime soon. That's just not somewhere. I'm not a big fan of super speedways. What are our goals for this weekend? Our goals for this weekend is make the show all 3 nights, and past that, we'd like a top 10 finish in all 3 events. And anybody that follows the series closely knows that that's some serious
That's a
goals.
big, yeah.
That's a big accomplishment. Tell her we said, hey, Mr. Clayton.
Nice meeting you too, Tyler.
Yes.
Hey, Gwendolyn. Oh, Lordy.
Lord have mercy.
I think we ought to let them answer that.
Woo! Chrissy,
What
take it
happened,
over.
old girl?
It's on you.
That ship is sailed.
Oh, is that what they said?
Yeah, girl. Yeah, girl.
Take the floor.
Chase is very focused on his career right now. Things did not work out, so Chase is just very focused on his career right now.
Yeah, it's a good answer.
I am more excited for. I don't know, because I really like the facility at Lucas Oil, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like we're able to get up on the wheel more at Humboldt, just being that it's a race track. Thank you, Mr. BJ.
Thank you.
We do. It is something that we're thinking about going back to East Bay. I'm trying to convince everybody to allow me to go back to East Bay, because we are already going to have a busy schedule next year trying to run for Rookie of the Year with USMTS. So we're going to have to gear up and prepare for that. So,
Jason Lofton says, shout out to the crew.
yep, it's good to see you, Jason.
Yeah.
I'm going to ride. I'm not coming back.
What? Okay. Just stay close, please.
Okay.
Watch for cars.
Okay.
Any more questions?
There's tons
Oh,
of
yes.
questions.
Where they at?
I have a bicycle.
Would you ever? I think there is one race at Volusia County Speedway that I haven't really approached Mama Squirrel about, so I guess we'll talk about it right here. Isn't it the Buzzy Rudiment Memorial Race? It's in October. But they have a memorial race either September or October at Volusia that I think we might try to go to.
I don't know how we'll get
I
there.
don't-
though.
yeah.
You're so stretched thin between those 2 months.
I don't really know how much we can talk about with the events with Hunt where they can come and race with us, though. Whether I don't know, but we have been talking to.
I didn't know they had mentioned it, but it's something that we've talked, just a few of us have talked about. So who knows? I guess it'll be a surprise for all of us.
Rocky, can they get your autograph? Instigate Racing,
Absolutely.
And they're wanting shirts made, Rocky shirts.
Rocky shirts.
Not happening.
What exactly would that look like?
Santa Claus. It looked like, what was it, Scion Duck Dynasty?
Yeah.
Okay. You need a teacup.
Kansas is very hot right now,
my gosh.
worse than Mississippi, if that's possible.
Dry.
It's just a dry heat. It's a little different than anything we've ever been around, but we're making it work. Can't wait to see y'all at Humboldt. It's going to be a great weekend of racing for sure.
There's your temperature. Can you see
They
it on the
can't
screen?
see it. What is it? 98,
No.
89?
Yeah, 98. Feels like 101.
Well, it's backwards on the screen.
Sorry.
That's at 8 o'clock, 8:15.
I've thought about Las Vegas, but a lot of that stuff is all IMCA racing. And I did see a comment of somebody saying that they can take their car and convert it from IMCA to USMTS and do it. We're just not there because 90% of the stuff on our car right now isn't IMCA stamped, and we'd have to change the engines and things like that. So it's not. We'd have to have another car to go and run IMCA. It's not really that we're enjoying black dirt versus red clay more from down home. It's just kind of the racetracks are a little different in the sense that up here they're. I wouldn't say that down home they're not multi-groove, but the people up here aren't afraid to make them multiple grooves. I guess is how you would.
As soon as they see a sign of a track starting to rubber up, they shut down, send people to get hamburgers while they chop it up, roll it back in, and it comes back alive. And that's what I'll say about it. Because they're racing a lot more cars in a night than what we're used to back home. So they're used to forming a track throughout the night.
They're very quick.
Very
Right.
quick at it,
They
yeah.
absolutely do.
Yeah.
They're not play it.
No.
Need a brake cleaner? Yes, sir. Actually, I am. We have a brake cleaner, and we have 3 nights of racing. We might have to make a stop at a parts store on the way to the track.
She's good.
Yeah, running different surfaces, I think, is helping us
It
because
is.
it just makes us watch the way the track changes even closer. So I think it's helping us. Definitely not hurting us.
If you could ever get them to run open modifieds at the mag, we would definitely be interested in showing up. That's the only thing holding us back from going up there. If we could, we would. I promise.
Maybe we can get USMTS.
Maybe we have been talking to them about maybe a
Coming
why
down
not
south.
mag
Deep
and deep
south,
south
yeah.
swing. So maybe
That'd
we
be
can
pretty
see.
awesome, especially next year when we're running the whole tour. That would be cool for them to come down in our area and race.
Someone asked about our tire situation. It seems like we are able to get just about any kind of American racer tire we would like to get our hands on, any chalk size, anything. But as far as for the Hoosier tires that we showed up at Fairbury on, we had used tires from East Bay,
Yeah.
and then we had 3 of them that came in Tuesday before we left from Wilbert. Other than that, we had three new tires, and then we bought 3 of them at the racetrack.
They're still new.
But
Yeah.
but they were $200 a piece at the racetrack because you can't get these tires, and it's kind of like, well, if you need a tire, you're gonna have to pay the price for it. So Hoosier tires are hard to get. The UMP tires, I don't know about late model tires and everything else. I just know that the M30s and M60s are difficult.
What's up, Tim? You didn't miss much. Just
Tim?
a bunch of just blah, blah, blah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yes, we were on a hard tire in the A main for the feature because it was 40 laps, and we did not want to burn up a 30 and go backwards middle of the race. So, favorite iRacing track. My favorite iRacing track is probably Fairbury.
Sprint car still a no.
No. I figure pretty much anything to do with racing is hard to get right now. It's just it's a difficult time for racing.
Yep.
We're not getting Ruby a go-kart. Not
No way.
happening.
No way.
It would be good.
Not happening.
It would be good. She would do good until someone bumped her. Then it would not.
Yeah.
It would
She'd
not be
make
good
the
after
television
that.
show because she beat somebody up.
I believe Ruby's going to do the HUFC.
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
Ruby is tough.
I mean, I reckon we need to know what happened to Tim Nash's engine.
Yeah.
Since everybody's asking.
I saw somebody ask.
What What's the deal, Tim? What's the verdict on it? What'd you do to it? Ruby's giving all of us anxiety. I hate to tell you.
Yeah.
She's wide
She's
open.
with a couple.
Okay.
Ride their bikes.
When is our next race in Texas?
I don't know. Maybe the beginning of next.
Maybe. I did see that they're running at Rocket very soon, the first weekend of September. $8,000 to win. So I don't know, just throwing ideas out there. I don't know what we're looking like. I know when we go home we're probably going to take a few weeks off to get everything back together.
Spun a rod bearing.
He spun a rod bearing.
And the big ones ate the little ones. That don't sound good.
And do what?
He said he could save the heads and the intake. That's
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tim.
Yep, thank you. We are not coming to Florence, Kentucky. Other questions? Let's see what our Facebook's doing right now.
You checking Facebook?
I had it on and then it started freezing both of them up, so I had turned them both off. I do too. You can talk to Wall to Wall Racing
That's
Engines.
right.
They could hook you up. Johnny Brady. We might need you, Johnny.
Where's Johnny?
He's on Facebook.
Oh man, we missing it.
What do we need to do at
I need to set
this
up.
USMTS swing? Are we
Don't
dropping
listen to
dropping bars? Or
Send me a baseline.
Yep.
Send private message it. Don't put it.
don't put it public. We don't want to race against it.
Definitely don't want to race against it.
Thank you, Kyle.
Yeah, thank you very much, Kyle. Starting a fund to get Avery's cart power assisted, installed by Rocky. Everything CHC does is fast, but dented and dirty. So we started a fund to put some power in Avery's.
I'm all about
Tell you what, that thing's pretty quick headed down that ramp.
Yeah.
When the handle's headed the other way, it almost run over me Saturday morning. That would have been bad.
So there's a few questions in here that are asking about, will we go to Charlotte? Will we go to this place? Will we go here? Will we go there? 90% of these places that you're talking about us showing up to are UMP events. And we are gearing up to run a USMTS tour next year for Rookie of the Year. Now, after that season, we will not be married to any certain series, and Lord willing, we're able to do this again, go tour again. We may try to hit different stuff between USMTS and UMP and IMCA. We'll float around more and not married to any particular series. But as for next year, the only racetracks for the most part that we're going to be hitting is the USMTS circuit.
Good question here. Does Avery get paid for her merch sales?
A little bit.
That's a very
you
good
know.
question.
Because I haven't been paid now. So I'm going to take it up with you.
Yeah.
He
You
does.
got to
Takes
like
care
what
of.
she wants.
I will tell you this about Avery. She gets bent if we put everything up early before the races are over. Oh my goodness. It's like we took money out of her pocket.
And Dave knows what's going on too now.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
not
yeah.
just with the merch, she knows
No.
what's going on
Oh
with
no.
the princess over there.
Yes.
I mean, she
Oh, that
keeps up-
princess?
yeah,
Yeah.
she keeps up with everything.
She's in the infield during races.
Yep.
Hey, we really appreciate that, Mr. Jason. Certainly, let's work something out on that. Miss Shannon, Uncle Ted, they're riding right now.
Yeah.
Miss Shannon, after what you said about that, I'm surprised he's not the one sending the messages since he's on his phone instead of talking to you. But we really paid it much attention as far as for details of it, when it is, what if it's invitation only, if it's open, stuff like that. But we might, I don't know.
And sponsorship.
1 second. Oklahoma, We were going to go to Oklahoma. We were going to go to Arrowhead Speedway, and I don't know where at in Oklahoma. But unfortunately, they have not gotten the track ready to host a show at.
Thank you, Steve.
Yes.
Really appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
And I don't know if y'all saw how fast Ruby just went by behind us.
Watch,
I
she's
did.
coming.
There's a couple riding bikes in the campground, and they saw Ruby was wanting to ride, and she could ride with them. And man, she just come by here. I'm scared she's gonna fall.
We slowed her down a little.
okay.
We slowed her down.
Okay, here she comes.
Take it easy. Thank you so much.
So
Hi.
another thing, our fan sponsors, channel members is what it's particularly called on here, but we call them a fan sponsor. What that is you can go through here. I don't have the link to it, but you can join our channel for $5 a month, and you will get a few behind the scenes access things. You get 20% off all merchandise. You get special logos on here whenever we do live feeds and whenever we post videos. So that if you would like to support us in a small way, you can click the join tab and join for $5 a month.
And yes, again, we have talked to Hunter Front about getting together with something, and we'll talk about that when we work something out. Love you too, Nene.
Yep.
Any tech issues at Fairbury? That's a great question.
Roof rake. They busted us on roof rake.
Caught him trying to cheat.
Trying to cheat. 1 inch too much. So you're only allowed 3 inches of roof rake, and they measure that several different ways. They measure it on the ground, from the back of the roof and the front of the roof. You're only allowed 3 inches of rake. So they measure it on the ground, and then they also measure it from the deck to the bottom of the roof. And we were 4 inches, so we also had to we had to raise the front of our roof. But we're not taking that off for USMTS. I believe 4 inches is allowed in USMTS, but we're just going to leave it alone just in case. Bubba Williams, thank you so much for becoming a fan sponsor.
Yes, thank you.
Yep.
Is that what that is? Is that what the green
That's
banner
what
Another
these
is?
are.
one came up earlier.
Yeah, I saw three.
Yes, thank y'all so much for.
I apologize. I didn't know what it meant. That's why I didn't say anything. But thank you.
Oh, Mr. Joshua that got you the stirring spoon.
I said,
Mhm.
I thought he said to break it out. Huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. For Chase or Ruby?
Yeah, which one? Welcome to King of America. We will be there. We're running the USMTS circuit all next year. So if there's 48 races, we should be at pretty much 48 of those races. I don't know what the inch would make, but a rule is a rule, and they have to have those rules, because if they didn't have those rules, and there's people that have connections that would be able to take advantage of the gray areas, and
Well, if they let an inch go right there, why not let an inch of deck height
Right,
go,
right.
and so on and so forth. So inch wider wheel and tire, I mean, we're racers. Yeah, an inch wider here and there, and we're racers. So
Yep. So that's
you gotta
why.
have rules and you gotta follow them. So I mean, we didn't think nothing about it. I mean, the guys jumped right in and lowered the roof.
Yeah, I mean, it raised the front of the roof. It
raised the
wasn't.
front to take some of the rake out of it.
That's right, Tim. That's right.
No outlaw
Nope,
sprint cars, never.
Nope, never.
Not happening.
Outlaw late model, maybe.
They're cool to watch, but we won't ever race one.
We will not. We'll just watch. Cool deal. So again, any other questions? Anything that you would like to know about any of the I'm not even going to try to throw a number out there. 8, 9 people, 10 people around us right here.
Lots of people have asked about your tuxedo fire suit. Go ahead
Okay.
and answer that
Okay.
question. I hope those people are tuned in.
So my gray fire suit, it's too small. The gray tuxedo, the black one fits me just fine. When you're running 3 and 4 nights a week, you need multiple suits, and I can't thank Simpson Racing Products, Mr. Aaron with Simpson, for when we messaged him, he got us a suit shipped out that day, and we got it, and it fits perfectly. Everything's perfect with it. I like the lift bar personally.
That's a good question. Pull bar versus lift, and you like what?
I like the lift bar more personally, but again, it depends on what we're doing, because I was on a lift bar with the M30s at Tri-City,
Right.
and I felt like I was at a disadvantage. But in USMTS on American Racer tires back at home, I felt like it's not as good. So it depends on what circuit you're running.
Not sure when the new car is going to be done. Probably, I'm going to guess around September.
End of September, beginning of October.
Yeah.
What's going on, Mr. Ricky? We are not. We are no longer together.
Chrissy, you're up again.
She's over there just holding her mouth shut.
Chrissy, get it.
Learning the body side. Yes, we have rules and everything, because that's the main thing that they tech at these events, because as far as up, it's pretty well open. And we do, if it's up to me, I'd like to run full time. So see how it all plays out. Are we going to wrap the trailer?
No.
Never.
I'm still trying to sell it.
Which you're trying to sell that trailer?
Yeah, I like it.
You still don't like that trailer? Well, what would you get?
Well, we need a bigger motorhome and all that, so it's
Oh,
touchy
so
subject.
then the trailer's not for sale. So
at the moment.
no, not for sale.
So that's why we're not going to wrap it. It was
Mr.
broke.
Kenny Harris wants to know if Ruby's wearing your racing helmet, Rocky.
Absolutely.
That's your racing
I am
helmet.
a unicorn type guy, and she's got it on.
What did she do, Charles?
USMTS is certainly more difficult than running locally. And it's not a shot at our local guys. It's just the fact that you've got 50 and 60 guys that are just top notch all the way around.
If you've never watched what we went to see, guys, or what we're going to race tomorrow night, Friday and Saturday with USMTS, then you just don't understand. You can't comprehend how good these guys really are. UMP and USMTS. When you race the top of them, they are very. They're good. It's amazing.
They're great.
Like even when we put ours in the trailer because we didn't make it in the show, we all go sit in the bleachers and we're just blown away at how amazing they are. So when we do make a show, we're like really amazed that we're in a show with them.
No matter if we're at the back.
Yeah.
I've actually begged Dad to race the Chase 1 chassis street stock car, and he's not interested in it. So I don't think if a ride was available, he'd get in anything.
What? Street.
Mr. BJ was asking if you drive anything.
I don't want to show the kid up.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, wow.
Well, listen.
I'd rather tell you what I show you. It's a little easier.
Right around December, we're gonna have not 1, not 2, but 3 MB custom
I can't
modifieds
fit
at
in
the
on
shop.
that, so I
Okay.
Get in.
Yeah, I
and
get
Mom
in.
will
I
race
just can't get out.
Did y'all see how fast they went?
Roof hatch. Yeah.
Did y'all see how fast I went?
Mr. Jeffrey, I appreciate that, but unfortunately we're not going to run any more UMP events at the moment. Our next UMP event will be the B-Mod Bash at Tri-City Speedway, and then the other event will be if we get an invitation.
CHC is available at
Oh,
any
yeah.
type of car.
Oh, yeah.
It will help horsepower and any consulting needs.
Yes.
Well, why not, Tim? Lucas. I don't know yet. It depends on how lenient they are with allowing us to set up and sell merchandise in the grandstands.
You probably won't be able to get to the grandstands because the show is so fast paced. But if they'll let Avery up there, they're normally pretty lenient with us. You know, they let us get up there by the USMTS trailer. So Avery will have the merch in the grandstands as long as there's no hiccups with that stuff.
We will not. I'm not being mean. I'm
So
just
busy.
not interested in running a front wheel drive. We're way too
No, I
busy.
might would get one of them.
Oh, you would get one of
Really?
those though, huh?
A bang banger?
Yeah.
Man, we had all intentions of running at Farmington this year, and man, as the season's winding down, it's like we don't know where we're gonna fit it in. How do you
There's a Facebook post going around about buying tickets.
I think our
Battery
Ooh.
dead.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Well, what a
snap.
shame. They can still hear us. So we did not end up getting to talk to Kyle Larson, but unfortunately, now that our camera battery has decided to shut down on us, we are going to be shutting down our live feeds. We appreciate each and every one of y'all for joining with us and hanging out and commenting, sending us money and everything as y'all do just for supporting us all.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Thank y'all.
Yep.
Thank you.
We'll catch y'all at 81 Speedway tomorrow night, Humboldt Friday night, and Lucas Oil Saturday.
Can't wait.
Come
Yep,
see us
see
and
y'all.
say howdy.